Well, yeah, hey, thanks for joining me again. Alright, let's play some more Fallout 4 survival mode, and with these extra ridiculously tough rules of engagement listed up on the screen here, which I call survival plus. Here we are in Fort Hagen, and we're hunting down Kellogg. We are going to kill Kellogg before the end of this video. How are you going to do that, Slack? Well, you know they say in Aliens, take off and nuke them from orbit.
Bring it!
Hell yeah!
Movement detected. Curious.
This run through Fort Hagen was a little easier than I expected. When I first thought about doing this challenge run, I was like, this is gonna be like, the big hump to get over, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. I have newfound respect for the iron sight, if it be proper to call it such, on the laser rifle. That little green glow sight on the iron sight on the laser rifle, man oh man, that really helps. That plus a little jet now and then.
It would appear my target has disappeared.
Unfortunately, none of this Institute weaponry is worth a damn. Picking up a lot of automatic Institute pistols. Damage output on them is only 7. Just a little better than the minigun. And without any of the advantages of the minigun, so yeah, and recoil is just terrible on these things, so yeah, none of these Institute pistols or even the rifles are worth a damn. And besides, laser weaponry has a higher damage output than Institute weaponry. I've never actually ever found an Institute weapon worth a damn, ever, in any of my runs through Fallout 4. With the exception of Virgil's rifle. That's the only one. Virgil's rifle, the one that gives you plus 50% damage against super mutants. Yeah. Plus 50% damage against super mutants. Yeah, that's a good weapon.
Friend, the frozen TV dinner. Last time we met, you were cozying up to the peas and apple cobbler.
Here I just completely forgot about the trap. The least of my worries.
That's it.
Post a comment. What do you think about this? Do critical hit damage bonuses. For example, I'm about to pick up a bobble hit, the energy weapons bobble hit, which gives you a plus 25% critical hit damage. Now, something I've always wondered, and I checked it out in the wiki, and it's pretty, they're not really clear about it. Last time I checked, they said that yes, critical hits outside of VATS, this is what I want to know, what you guys think. Outside of VATS, the game will actually count critical hits. They call them critical strikes, okay? But do damage bonuses apply to those hits outside of VATS? That's something I've never been able to get a clear answer on anywhere. I don't think anybody even knows. It's going to require some testing. So has anybody actually done some testing on that? Like, not just speculation, actual testing, and proven without a doubt that critical hit damage bonuses apply outside of VATS.
For 200 years, but I don't need a roommate. Please.
Post a comment. What do you think? Let's discuss this right now.
Never expected you to come knocking on my door. Gave you 50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. After that, Figured the Commonwealth would chew you up like jerky.
Testing that has been on my to-do list for a while. I just haven't had time to do it. Okay, just checking to make sure Cycle is still in effect. Indeed it is. And making some renovations here.
Whatever you are, I know you are out there.
Okay, so my health's getting pretty low. So it's time for a little jet. Let's take care of this higher level synth. Okay, just doing a little Weight Watchers thing there.
Look, you're pissed off, I get it. Do. But whatever you hope to accomplish in here, it's not gonna go your way.
Okay, now in this room here, the beds at the back you can actually sleep in. I never noticed this before. This is the first time I noticed this doing practice runs for this. And they're good beds too. The other two beds are just close enough to the enemies that are ahead, these two here, that the game won't let you sleep in them. So I never knew that. I just assumed that all these beds previously, you know, could not be slept in until you cleared out all the enemies up ahead. But you don't have to do that. The ones in the back are just far enough away. That's something to keep in mind here. And it is summertime here in Montreal, Quebec, so I got the windows open. Some impatient prick outside is honking his horn. Now I'm gonna quickly entertain the idea of replacing my pocketed Raider chest piece with this new leaded buttressed Raider chest piece, which has much higher damage resistance, but then I lose the extra carry weight of the pocketed welded Raider chest piece. Try it on for size, and then I finally decide against it. So sorry, leaded buttress to Raider chest piece. Would have been nice, but we can't give up the extra carry weight. Seeing as how damage resistance isn't really worth a damn anyways. In this survival plus mode. Okay, a couple of synths down that way. Plus a turret.
Movement detected. Curious. Please come out.
Please come out. Who's a good synth? Atta boy. Now please expire. Thank you. Atta boy. turret around the corner to the right, up on the ceiling. Just past this door here. There's also a fusion core here, in case you're running a power armor build right in this room here. That's a good find.
Got it.
I always open those toolboxes because occasionally there's consumables in them. Occasionally. So it's worth a try. Okay, beds here. Save the game. And some meds in this room. Just checking to see how many radaways I have. So don't take these too frequently, because of the suppressed immunity penalty that they give. In this room is the energy bobblehead. Plus 25% critical hit damage. Which is why I was asking about what you guys thought about whether critical hit damage applies outside of VATS. I'm just picking this up because I cannot resist picking up a bobblehead even if it's useless. This makes me... It's good for morale. Yeah.
Is someone present?
There you go, leveled up. I'm gonna pump that point into charisma. Okay, this guy's dug in like a tick on a hound, so I'm gonna use some jet because he's making me nervous. It's getting really cheeky taking cover behind that window there. So out we go. Flank the sucker. Down he goes. I think I just walked by a couple of stim packs on that table there. Missed the spot. Okay, so down here, Nuka-Cola Quantum and the Fort Hagen Armory password.
You got guts and determination. It's admirable. But you over your head in ways you can't possibly comprehend.
Okay, now these are starting to get into some Red Skull enemies here. These guys are way above my pay grade. I'm horribly underpowered.
Hello.
Here we go. Red Skull Synth Patroller. Isn't that nice? He's spamming the jet here. This is my only chance. And you figure, you know, high-level enemies like that would drop better weapons. But no. Crappy old automatic institute pistols. What up, game? Come on. I'm working hard for this shit. Pardon my French. Yeah, throw me a glow sight or something, you know? Reflex sight, anything.
Stop. Turn around and leave. You have that option. Not a lot of people can say that.
Third turret around the corner to the left. And that's it. This area will be clear, and then we can loot the Fort Hagen Armory. This you must do, alright? And there's some antibiotics. This is great. So now I have four antibiotics. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with that. So I'm going to take one right away, get rid of my diseases. Of course, what does the game do after this? Hits me with another disease right away. So, haha, very funny game. You're a riot, Alice.
Sweet.
Nothing there.
Got it.
And here we go. Coming up. This is what is going to save our butts. This fat man and that mini nuke.
Hell yeah.
Might as well pick up this U.S. Covert Operations Manual. Can't hurt to be a little more sneaky.
Okay, you made it. I'm just up ahead. My synths are standing down. Let's talk.
Okay, the game has very conveniently placed this hospital bed here. So you can save the game just before squaring off with Kellogg.
Sweet.
Okay, so Kellogg, basically Fat Man, Psycho, let him have it, and send in another one, just for good measure. I ended up killing him with the first shot. Hockey, that sucker, we've been invited in to talk, quote unquote. So, usually like to just walk right in, like I'm gonna talk, and then at the last minute, pop off a mini nuke. Retreat, reload, take care of any synths that rush me, and then pop in another mini nuke just for good measure. That's bland, let's do it. Hello, Kellogg. Let's talk. As you can see, I nailed him first shot.
Attacking enemy.
Total overkill, but you know, those mini nukes are heavy. So that's it. That's all she wrote. Done and done.
All this tech.
I might actually try to put this to good use. Kellogg's pistol. It's got a pretty good damage output. The only problem is the scarcity of ammo. And I'm going to loot this place and then just skip ahead. So there we go. That's a great find there, that Addictol. Great find. I'm not going to use it right away though, because I'm going to be spamming buff out to get back to Hangman's Alley until I can dump off the Fat Man. So I'll most likely get addicted to buff out before I get back to Hangman. So save that Adictol for afterwards. Alright? Kellogg's outfit is actually pretty good. I'm keeping it on board until I can crunch some numbers. I'm once again going to lose the carry weight of the pocketed welded Raider chest piece. But yeah, Kellogg's outfit will actually give me better damage resistance. Like I said, I want to bring that back to Hangman's Alley, crunch some numbers, try it on a few practice runs and see if it's really worth it. So that is it. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this video was remotely entertaining, hey, subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this hot off the press. See you next video.